Hi, I'm Garrett Stroup. I'm the owner of Ormobility Physical Therapy and Performance. If you or someone you care about lives with chronic pain, you know how it can affect more than just your body. It can change your energy, your mood, and even your identity. Today, we're talking about pain with an integrative nurse coach, Rachel Galligan, about a different approach to supporting people with persistent pain, one that goes beyond medications and diagnosis. Rachel, welcome back.
Hey, thanks, Garrett. It's great to talk about this today. Chronic pain is incredibly common, and many people are told or choose to believe that they just need to manage it or live with it. But there are so many other ways to approach it and ways that help people feel more in control again.
Let's start there. You mentioned helping people feel more in control again. Can you share a bit about how chronic pain can affect a person's perception of control?
Yeah, that's a great place to start. So, chronic pain often creates a deep sense of lack of control because it's unpredictable, persistent, and it rarely has a clear, straightforward fix. Many people feel like their body has turned against them. And if they've been experiencing this for a while, it's really common to start to feel powerless and disheartened. They essentially get really used to being told no. You can't do this or that or anything. And the longer the pain is present, the more it can affect every part of their life. It seeps into how people sleep, move, think, and even how they see themselves. That's why research repeatedly shows that the best pain management techniques stem from a whole person approach, which is exactly where nurse coaching comes in. I offer a different process by focusing on what is within your client's control. Pain might feel like it's calling the shots, but we have the tools to help shift the story that your mind is telling you. So you feel more empowered and less at the mercy of it.
What makes nurse coaching or the nurse coaching approach unique when working with someone in pain?
Yeah, so like I said, we focus on empowerment and self discovery, not just symptom tracking. Clients may come in feeling dismissed or overwhelmed. As a nurse coach, I help them reconnect with their body in a new way, looking around that lens of pain to see what else our bodies are capable of. We explore things like stress, sleep, nutrition, movement, mindset, and even breath patterns and how that's interacting with their pain. We also work together to create small, sustainable shifts because we know that pushing harder isn't the way to handle pain. Instead, we approach it from the other side. We find out what helps to make your nervous system feel safe again and to put the control back into your hand.
Well, that sounds like a completely different energy from most clinical visits. Can you walk us through what coaching sessions might look like with you?
Yeah, absolutely. So, an initial session might start with a question, something as simple as what's been most challenging this week, or what gave you energy, or what drained you, or what do you notice when pain feels better or worse? From there, we start identifying patterns. For example, one client might discover that their pain flares after poor sleep. Another might notice that they hold their breath when they're stressed, which feeds into the muscle tension and discomfort. We use those insights to co create little experiments, like trying a breathwork practice before bed, or changing meal timing, or adding gentle movement that doesn't trigger pain. Each step is collaborative and led by the client's goals and their capacity.
Great. I know you've worked with many patients in pain. Can you share a story that really illustrates what's possible?
Yeah, there's one client who stands out. So she was in her late 50s, had dealt with fibromyalgia for years, and she was used to waking up stiff, exhausted, and would get overwhelmed by even simple tasks. She had been to various providers and had tried different medication, but she was still finding herself saying, "There's got to be more that I can do." In coaching, we started small. She began a 5-minute breath and stretch routine each morning, which helped her feel a sense of momentum because she was able to reliably complete it. She finally got to experience an I can do this moment. Then we worked on some pacing. So we replaced that all or nothing mindset with short, intentional activity breaks followed by rest. Over time of doing this, she started noticing something powerful. Her flare ups became shorter, her sleep improved, and maybe most importantly, she stopped identifying herself only as someone whose life revolved around her symptoms. She really started to expand her identity. She told me later, for the first time in years, I feel like I'm living with my body instead of against it.
Yeah, that is a powerful shift. And it sounds like coaching helped her regain more than just function. It sounded like it helped her reclaim her agency.
Yeah, exactly. Chronic pain can make people feel like life is happening to them. Nurse coaching helps flip that. I give clients tools, insight, and space to reframe and rewrite that story, and it creates a new and better existence. Instead of my pain controls me, their phrasing becomes I have options, so I don't feel controlled by pain.
For someone listening right now who's thinking, that sounds like me, what's the first step they can take?
That first step almost always involves being aware. Start by listening to your body without judgment. Do a little check in. Even just asking, in the morning, what's my body trying to communicate to me right now? That question can open up a new kind of relationship with pain. And if you're curious about working with a nurse coach, reach out. You don't have to wait until you're in crisis or so far down in the hole that you're miserable. Coaching is about creating space for healing and not just chasing symptoms.
Rachel, thank you so much. You really opened up a hopeful, whole person lens on chronic pain today.
Yeah, you bet, Garrett. Thank you. There's so much potential for more in the lives of people living with chronic pain, and I'm happy to be here to help deliver that message.
If people are listening and would like to hear more about your message, how would they get a hold of you?
Yeah, you can call our clinic at 541-845-3311 or go to our website at ormobility.com. And from the main web page, you can navigate to the nurse coaching tab to learn more about me or what I do. And you can also fill out a form so that I can get in touch with you. And I'd love to learn more about your situation using our free discovery call.